Hello, beautiful Vibe Tribe. We're coming up to the new moon in Scorpio, depending on who you listen to. It could be the 14th, it could be the 15th, but we know there's a date line in there somewhere. So I decided to try this again, give it another shot, and see how our collective energy is feeling. So the Scorpio, the new moon in Scorpio, the focus is really to what makes life worth living, what makes our lives worth living. Scorpio is about change and transformation and release. It seems to be about creating new identities and sense of self. We're overcoming challenges, like this hasn't been challenging enough, so we're the 2020. We're re- trying to trying to begin to integrate change, to really understand that the change is here for good in a way. We're enhancing our psychic abilities and imagination during this time, and we're guided to heed our intuition and really pay attention to how we are feeling versus what our minds are telling us. So go to the feeling body, go to the heart. All right, so here are our decks. We have, so let me say first, I was guided to work on a journeying read, just because it seemed that, we're in such flux and we're still in the thick of the energies, what is being called the resurgence of a COVID, the US election, and just a lot of unrest, uneasiness. So we're going with the journey. We'll start out with the hero's journey. So let's see where we begin. And I'm knocking things over. So, and this is interesting. This is so funny because I had new decks, so I'm basically going to be reading a lot. But this page opened as I was shuffling, or before I was shuffling and pulling out the deck. So, never a crowd on the leading edge. We, as the light workers, the people who have been in this for at least a little while, are shouldn't say beating down the path, but we are forging the way for others. The way I really like to put it is, I've had so many really amazing teachers and mentors, and it's like they were climbing up the ladder there, and kind of leaning back every now and then with a hand out and helping me and so many others up. And this is the position we are in now. We've come to a point, and with the expanded consciousness and the work that we have been doing and the downloads that have been coming in, seemingly fast and furious, all of a sudden. So we are the leading edge. And this is in honoring those who honor you. And I really like the quote. This is how I know that this card is what I saw earlier. It's a quote from Brian Andreas. "Don't you hear it?" she asked. And I shook my head no. And then she started to dance. Suddenly, there was music everywhere, and it went for a very long time. And when I finally found words, all I could say was thank you. So the message in this card is that from time to time, along the hero's journey, our hero's journey, collectively and individually, we will serendipitously encounter fellow travelers with whom there are sparks of resonance. This is going to make me cry. It is always a thrill to discover that you are exploring similar areas of fascination and thus uncovering similar revelations within the same parenthesis of time. In those moments, allow yourself to be heartened, validated, reassured, and invigorated. And wow, I just got to insert, that's really what I'm feeling is needed so much right now. We really need to know that we're not alone out here. So you don't need to change throngs of people standing shoulder to shoulder with you or cheering you on to be infused with strength and inspiration. There's never a crowd on the leading edge. So if you meet only one kindred soul on your path, consider yourself lucky. Nurture your supportive relationships. Feel the blessings of those like-minded souls for their belief in you and for the mutual blessing you bring to each other. Gratefully see your own courage, wisdom, and adventurous spirit reflected in them. And this is as I see in you. My fellow travelers infuse me with rocket fuel so I can go farther than I could on my own. Wow. Okay. Water. So we start out on our hero's journey. And on a journey, we always need a map. So I bring in the enchanted map. A one-ring circus. And how cute is that? And I'm loving, bad reflection, sorry. Loving the crescent moon in the back. We are almost to the new moon. Oh, and what did I say the date was? 14th or 15th? That's cool. Okay. So, I said again, new decks I will be reading. Please forgive me. One ring circus. You are capable and competent. So there we sit on top of the elephant, on our rock, doing what it is we do. That is so cute. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. So recognize that all the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnerships at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you and others begin, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationship and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. And think of each one of us on each of our elephants. And if one of us makes such a difference, what can we all do on each of our elephants? We're amazing. We are so powerful. Okay, so we've gone from the journey and with the map to the sacred traveler. And we shall see what the traveler tells us. Oh, kids, reaching your destination. And again, we're seeing not the full moon, but the diffused light around possibly new moon. But look in the bubble. There is our castle. Your light is shining brightly. Oh, I feel you, tribe. I feel you, and you are shining brightly. Okay, in reaching your destination, all your hard work and effort is paying off. Glory, triumph, and success are yours. If you've given your power away, now is the time to reclaim it. It's time to stand in your own light. Oh my gosh, this went with the video from just, a couple days ago, in shining our light, shining our heart out there. Step 5, shine your light and stand in it. A destination is less of a place, but more of a new way of seeing the world. Oh my, as if we are not in the thick of that, the new way of seeing the world. Your dreams are moving to fruition. If you have any incomplete projects or unresolved relationships, this is the time to complete them. This is an important part of reaching your destination. Take time to celebrate and acknowledge your successes in life. The sacred traveler wants you to know that the voyage was long and there were many adventures along the way. But as your work reaches the destination, there's a feeling of joy and celebration. It's important to stop and rest and congratulate yourself for who you are and for what you've done. Because, kids, we have accomplished a lot. And we just keep going. The traveler forgives those who, on the voyage, were less than favorable or honorable. Release any feelings of resentment, fear, and sadness that you may have gathered along the road. You've reached your goal. Let everything else go. You're a majestic being who can bring light into the hearts of others. Celebrate and honor yourself because you are so worth it. And truthfully, I mean, when we shine our light like this, I mean, think of a smile, of course with the mask, but just shine your light, okay? Because our heart centers go out like 8 times what the energy of our brain centers put out. And people feel that and they know it. So as we shine our light, we are changing more than just one. And I don't mean change in, I got to change you now. It's just we are lightening someone's load, lightening someone's heart. And to shine that light, we are able to shine truth, to bring truth. And kids, it says in this book that I've read, don't hide your light under a bushel. You want to let your heart shine. Oh. So, I'd just like to take a little bit of tarot and see how I do on this. So just a 3 card, let's see. Oh, Judgment. Oh, and she's beautiful. Judgment, and look, you are there. Look, you are physical, you're not physical, you are free. You are the light being in what I so lovingly call the meat sack. You are that light being. We are letting that energy out. How beautiful. We have the Queen of Cups. And in that beautiful fluid state of love and emotion, in shining our heart, in feeling those feelings, right, that we'll be feeling over the next 6 months until the full moon in Scorpio, the Queen of Cups is reminding us that all is in flow, all is blessed, all is well. And the Magician could have been only better by the Fool, right? The Magician, we have everything we need inside of us to do what it is we came here to do. Oh, babies. You can't even imagine how my heart is open right now. So in Judgment, we see self-realization and understanding, spiritual awakening, redemption, knowing your motives and your heart to be true, total transparency, and a glorious unveiling of spirit. And the way I feel this is that we are really seeing a lot of things coming to light, whether the shadow side or the light side. I mean, so many are being awakened and at least curiously aware that they are more than what is here in the meat sack. So hello, Essence. I invite you to show up every day. I invite my soul to shine. The Queen of Cups, in her beautiful reverie, she is extremely intuitive, which is bringing the intuition that we are stepping into for this next 6 months to really listen to that. We're reminded to listen to our intuition. A highly attuned emotional intelligence, love and compassion, sensitivity, strength, empathy, leading with your heart, and of course, healing, because that's what we're here for. My intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. We're opening our heart to love, shining it, and we are creating miracles with the Magician. Beautiful, beautiful vibe tribe. We are working with our skill and natural talents, our powers of manifestation, creativity, and most importantly, our resourcefulness. It's an amazing time to work in ways we've never worked before. Albert Einstein had said you can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. And this is our chance to create something completely different, completely off the charts, and something completely mind-blowing. I can manifest the life I desire through energy and action. And so it is. And since we're on a journey, what's a journey without a postcard? Because everybody loves getting a postcard. Today's postcard. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you talk it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they're like blueprints for co-creation. Tell the ones we know to be true about you a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they're stories you're proud of. Signed, your genuine, loving fan club. And that includes me.